Hi friends, welcome to the channel Friend for Maths. Today we can discuss the example 2 from the textbook, that is the question under the relationship between the zeros and the coefficients of the polynomial. Okay, what is the question here? Find the zeros of the quadratic polynomial x squared plus 7x plus 10 and verify the relationship between the zeros and the coefficients. Here we have the quadratic polynomial x squared plus 7x plus 10. The constant term is here 10 and the coefficient of x is here 7 and the coefficient of x squared is here 1. Okay, 1. To find the zeros of this polynomial, first we have to find the factors of this polynomial. To factorize this polynomial, first we have to split this middle term as the sum of two terms. Okay, and the product of that two terms must be equal to the product of these two terms. That is, here the product of this 10 into x square, that is equal to 10x square. So when splitting this 7x as the sum of two terms, the product of the two terms must be equal to 10x square. So here we can write this 7x as the sum of two terms, that is 5x plus 2x. 5x plus 2x is 7x. Okay, and the product of 5x and 2x is what? 5x into 2x equal to 10x square. So we can write this polynomial as equal to x square plus 5x plus 2x plus 10. And now we are taking this x outside from these two terms. That is, when taking x from this x square, we will get x here, and from this, when taking x, we will get 5. So x into x plus 5. And from these two terms, we are taking 2 outside. That is, we will get 2 into x plus 5. Here the x plus 5 is now common. So we are taking the x plus 5 outside. Here when we take x plus 5 outside, we will get x plus 5 into the remaining x plus 2 here. Thus we have factorized this polynomial x squared plus 7x plus 10 as the product of the two factors, that is x plus 2 into x plus 5. And when any of this term equal to 0, the value of this polynomial will be equal to 0. That is, when x plus 2 equal to 0 or when x plus 5 equal to 0, the value of this polynomial will be equal to 0. That is, when x is minus 2. When x is minus 2, this term, that is minus 2 plus 2, this term will be equal to 0. And when x is minus 5, when taking x as minus 5, this term minus 5 plus 5, that is equal to 0. So that is, when x equal to minus 2 or when x equal to minus 5, the value of this polynomial will be equal to 0. So we can say that the zeros of this polynomial are minus 2 and minus 5. Okay. Thus we have find out the zeros. Now we have to verify the relationship between these zeros and the coefficients of this polynomial. Here we have the sum of zeros is equal to, here the sum is minus 2 plus minus 5, that is equal to minus 7. This can be written as the minus of coefficient of x by coefficient of x square. That is, here the coefficient of x is 7. So this minus 7 is equal to minus of coefficient of x and dividing by 1, that is the coefficient of x square here is 1. So we can write this minus of 7 equal to minus of 7 by 1, that is equal to minus of coefficient of x dividing by coefficient of x square. This is the relationship between the zeros and the coefficient of x and x square. Next is the product of the zeros. Here we have minus 2 into minus 5 equal to 10, and this can be written as 10 by 1. And this 10 is the constant term and 1 is the coefficient of x square. Thus we have verified the relationship between the zeros and the coefficients of this polynomial. Okay. Next is Find the zeros of the polynomial x squared minus 3 and verify the relationship between the zeros and the coefficients. Here the polynomial is x squared minus 3. There is the constant term, but there is no the term of x. X term is not there. That is, the coefficient of x is 0 and the x square has the coefficient 1. Okay. Now this is in the form a square minus b square. Here the a is x and b is root 3. That is, root 3 square is equal to 3. So here this is the root 3 square. Okay. So the b is root 3. And a square minus b square is equal to a minus b into a plus b. So we can write it as a is x and b is root 3 here. So x minus root 3 into x plus root 3. So we have factorized this polynomial as the product of these factors are x minus root 3 into x plus root 3. And when x minus root 3 equal to 0 or when x plus root 3 equal to 0, this value of this polynomial will be equal to 0. That is, when x is equal to root 3, this term will be equal to 0. And when x is equal to minus root 3 plus root 3, that this term also will be equal to 0. That is, when x equal to root 3 or when x equal to minus root 3, the value of this polynomial will be equal to 0. So we can say that the zeros of this polynomial x squared minus 3 are root 3 and minus root 3. Okay. Now we are going to verify the relationship between these zeros and the coefficients. Here we have sum of zeros. That is, here the zeros are root 3 and minus root 3. So we will get root 3 plus minus root 3. That is, root 3 minus root 3 is equal to 0. That is, here the coefficient of x is 0. So we can write it as 0 is equal to minus of coefficient of x dividing by coefficient of x square. Okay. And next we are finding the product of the zeros. Here the root 3 into minus root 3. The root 3 square is 3. That is, root 3 into minus root 3 is minus 3. Okay. That we can write as minus 3 by 1. Here the minus 3 is the constant term. Minus 3 is the constant term. So minus 3 by 1 is constant term, by the 1 is the coefficient of x square. So we can write this as the constant term dividing by coefficient of x square. Thus we have verified the relationship between the zeros and the coefficients of this polynomial. Okay, that's all for today. If you like this channel, please subscribe the channel and share with your friends. See you in the next video. Till then, take care. Bye.